What you playing, man? What you hearing, man? What you rating, man? Vinyl owner. Vinyl boner. 2-hour drinking is on. Time to hear that song. Vinyl countdown. Vinyl countdown.
2-hour drink is on.
Well, here's the thing. I got my 3-hour drink on during the exhibition game yesterday.
Pirates got
and then
crushed.
tried to do 2 hours of drinking with Hunky Dory. So yeah, we were at that exhibition game, and Amy got like a rum and coke. She saw other people, like she kept getting glasses like this big, and she's like, I see other people with glasses this big. So she went up to the bartender, and he's like, I can't do a Captain and Coke. He's like, but I can do a Cruisin' Pepsi. So there's like Cruisin' rum. So that's like Amy's new concoction now. It's like a $14 Cruisin' Pepsi.
Did you see they got it for the Pirates? It's a foot-long hot dog on naan with mac and cheese,
with cracker
jacks and salted caramel sauce.
I mean, that place was packed. I've never seen that place so packed. And then it started to snow.
Was that like 14 to 10 or something?
By the fourth inning, the third inning, the wind was so bad, the Pirates had 3 errors because, like, Marte and none of those guys could judge where the ball was because it was just, like, bad news bears out there.
Blowing everything around.
And by the fourth inning, it started snowing, and that place, like, everybody ran out of it. So I ran with Hunky Dory this morning. Listen, like, I ran out to Hunky Dory, and then I ran back to the house, and it timed out perfect.
Wow.
From doorstep to doorstep. From Changes to the Bowie brothers, 2 times.
Well, this is it, right?
This is it. No billheads today.
No bullshit.
2-hour drink is on.
2-hour drinking is on.
What are you talking?
When I did the
talking
vinyl countdown promo.
Like that picture, you didn't make that?
No, one of those machines. Those were the machines that used to come in the dolls. Those little record players, and she had all those records.
What were the bubble gums? The little bubble gums?
Chew Bops.
Chew Bops. Yeah, who got the?
I remember this.
Yeah, I had a Pat Benatar one.
I had a Robert Palmer one.
I remember trying to collect the Beatle ones.
We should change the entirety of this podcast. Should be dedicated to our favorite Chew Bops.
Can we play them? Did they have music on?
Special. The special broadcast.
Here's the thing: you can't sell vinyl on Facebook. The 2 things, like the people that are buying vinyl, aren't on Facebook looking for vinyl.
That's what you think. That's not good. So I had an idea for a backdrop for our video. The big sheet. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna write.
It's like
vinyl
an ISIS
countdown.
video.
There's crossed vinyl boners, and they're shooting out records and music notes. I have to draw it up.
We got set design
To draw vinyl voters.
Heather did say if somebody picks Pink Floyd, I'll have to have her sub for me.
Yeah.
You have to tell them how many vinyl boners. She goes, well, I'm going to say I like the song, but none. No
Vinyl boobs when
no
girls
vinyl boners. So we'll have ladies' night on Vinyl Countdown. Were we hunky dorying? We ready?
I'm ready.
We're doing this tonight. This is going out live on the radio.
So I'll tell you.
Oh, I'm gonna get something to drink real quick.
Yep.
That I have time to
Look at this.
freshen my 2-hour drink.
Let's stir.
I got 20 minutes right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
To
didn't
be on the editing room floor.
So like, I picked this album because this is like the first real vinyl album I had that wasn't Paytel or Disney. My sister had it in her room, and I sort of just was like, take this. This looks interesting. And I grabbed it and threw it, and I imagine I don't have any vivid recollections of listening to it as a child, but I know I had it thrown on in my room on my plastic record player, and probably just sticking around in there playing and stuff while this was on. But listening to it, I probably haven't listened to this thing in entirety since sometime in the 80s.
So, like, when you were a kid, though, were you like, I love 8-line poem? Was there like a song that you were like, I love that song, but then you find out later that no one else knew what that song was?
I didn't even discuss like music with any of my friends. They weren't really into music. I lived in New Cumberland.
Who had the better buck knife?
It was dog eat dog in New Cumberland in those days. I mean, Changes was amazing. Oh, You Pretty Things. Life on Mars, Kooks. Basically, the whole thing I give, it's a 10 just for the nostalgia for me. I have a massive vinyl erection for this one.
Whoa.
With that, I'll hand it over to our next reviewer.
That's it.
Well, wait,
just give us a little?
What's your favorite song?
Changes and Life on Mars are my favorite. Oh, You Pretty Thing. Andy Warhol. Really, most of it. If I had to pick one, I'd probably do Oh You Pretty Things would be my top. How you like them apples?
Yeah,
This is going to be a peak bonerific.
I did this
album.
work for the other two albums too. I just never
If you
brought
went to
my
a
notebook
concert
with
this
me.
year, it would be Bonaroo, and they would only play Hunky Dory.
That's it.
Yes.
Uno Bono.
Guns and
Hologram
Boners.
Easy
A
E would be
hologram
featured.
of Sonny Bono
And Easy E.
wearing a thong. And then him complaining, why did you put me in a thong? We went to all this trouble to make a hologram of me.
You wasted so much money on
You
this
put me in a
technology.
thong. I can't believe this. I'm walking out.
When I first heard this album, I was like, I don't know, probably in the '90s, and listening to it like as a whole is probably something I've only done, I don't know, 5 times in my life. No, not just this week, but not very much. But listening to it today, thinking about it, it was. I found it odd how much it kind of predicted like Ziggy Stardust was coming. He talks about being like an outsider, an alien a lot. Changes. It's like maybe Changes might be it's got to be one of the best songs ever put on vinyl, right? I mean, it's just one of those songs that it's so good that you almost don't like it anymore. Like you get so sick of it. But I gave it 15 out of 10 on my. It got a 15 out of 10.
That's
The song.
That's
the
like,
album?
well, I decided that a 10's just an unbelievable song,
That's
but
just a
15's
mess.
like a classic. No, that's just the song. And in Pretty Things, I gave a 12 out of 10 because it's awesome. I find it funny that the album like starts out making fun of like older people looking down on the kids, and it ends up with like songs. The songs go into, but I think it's funny. He starts out saying "Watch out, you rock and rollers." Then later on, he does a song about Andy Warhol. Does a song about Bob Dylan. Does a song basically, Queen Bitch is a straight Velvet Underground song. I don't know, not very much of it sounds like it's from the 70s. Like it sounds, some of them sound like they're late 60s, like at the Kooks.
Well, it is 1970, isn't it?
70,
71 it came out. Like
71.
December. But then it didn't even get popular. Like the songs were hits after Ziggy Stardust. They re-released them. Like
Because Ziggy Stardust was just released like 6 months later.
right.
That
and
would
then
be like.
they re-released Life on Mars
They
and
sound
Changes.
similar.
And Changes was the only hit in the United States. Life on Mars didn't chart here. Which
They
I
didn't
know
give that
until I
album
looked
a
it up
chance
on-
to like have any singles chart,
Right.
chart it off because it went straight into Ziggy Stardust so quick, which is a shame.
I don't know. It starts out great. Changes, pretty things. 8-line poem, Life on Mars. That Kooks is the first one that I'm like, it's okay. Nothing got lower than a 5. He mentioned Superman in a couple songs. I don't know. It's weird. The end he talks about leaving. We're off. It's the Bowie brothers, which kind of makes you. And there's some spacey sound effects in the end of that, like in some of that Ziggy stuff starts showing up at the end of the record, and that's about it. I put down it was his best album to date. It did pretty good, but didn't get big. Rick Wakeman plays piano all over it, so I thought that was something. That's about it. The album cover looks like a picture from like the 30s or 40s, some Hollywood, like Clark Gable and whatever.
Well, it's based on a picture from Marlene
Hello.
Dietrich.
I do have some
Leave it
other
out.
suggestions. While John's taking this call, listening in depth, I think we should give this a try. And
Who is
we got this. Where'd you get this? Yeah, this was in my mom's. My mom had one of those big console stereos. Oh no, it's even cooler. It's a flip book. Check this out. Ready? Look at that.
Justin froze, so I don't know if he's getting the full
Look at the needle.
effect.
Look at the needle going up, and
That's how it works.
it shows you how a needle
Oh,
rides
no.
the groove.
It was too cool. It fried him out.
I gave it an 8.7 out of 10, 4.5 VBs out of 5.
We use the 10 VB scale.
10? Okay, well then it gets 9 out of 10
I
VBs.
was
So
going
it's
for that.
trying to get.
And then I did my ranking. The worst song on, the lowest song I gave was like a 6. It's definitely hands down the highest rated album we've talked about. Besides
It ain't no Boston.
Besides Boston. Right.
Boston is atrocious.
It's all good.
I picked Boston not because I liked it.
Because
he loved it.
I picked it because I loved it.
Listen, people listen to this podcast. You're never gonna hear the Boston like episode is gonna be like a deep track thing. You know,
Yeah, it's
like
gonna be
in
mythical.
the vault. It's gonna be released
they
years
talk
later.
about find the pervert,
Love that.
find the
Right,
non-pervert. The Boston was because it was so accessible to so many people, and then Hunky
That's a
Dory
good
kind of
starting
fits in that.
Final countdown!
All right, let's head out to Indiana. 1971 is probably the best year for music ever. The other albums out at that time, there was like Who's Next by The Who. You got Aqualung. You got Sticky Fingers. I'm just Led Zeppelin 4. So that's
You got auto-tune?
I think you're auto-tuned right now.
I can't imagine my dad going out and being like, got Led Zeppelin 4 and Hunky Dory at the same time, you know? Like, you know, nowadays you hear it lumped in with, you know, other classic rock or whatever. So I think that's pretty cool because this is probably one of the best albums in 1971, if not the best. With Hunky Dory, it's like a little bit of everything, and I think that's what keeps it fresh. 45 years later, it's like fun to go back and listen to. Bowie grows leaps and bounds here compared to the man who sold the world. This album influenced a ton of artists up to today. You know, changes, like John said, is 15, give it 15 VBs. It sounds great all these years later. Life on Mars with Heroes are my two favorite songs of all time by Bowie. Kooks, Quicksand, Oh You Pretty Things are all among my favorite Bowie of all time. They All Bubble with Goodness I wrote down. With Hunky Dory, he starts a wave and he just pretty much rides it through the rest of the decade. Anyways, this is an album I can listen to anytime. I don't know Chris that well. I know Chris through Dave and Jack pretty much.
Yeah.
And when you put this out, Chris, as the album, I was like, well, this isn't Limp Bizkit, so that's good.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. IMP Biscuits right
You know,
here.
you've got some really good taste.
Pretty sophisticated.
What's Justin doing with his face? Oh, okay, it's back.
He was freaking me out.
Jacob's laugh.
I was gonna say, what was
to
the
say,
Serpent in the Rainbow.
uh,
Laugh that movie.
Did you were scared?
brother,
Got hot.
says,
You were scared. You were. Space confined.
Myself a
Ziggy,
It could be a cellulose boner.
You're breaking up, Justin.
You may have to repeat some of this, or it's all going to get edited out.
and I have to agree with that. Station to Station's a left field pick,
Hey,
but Hunky Dory is probably my favorite of the album by far.
can you hear us telling you to stop that?
It gets a 10. This is one of these rare albums. You guys are frozen up.
Yes.
Yeah, let's all catch our breath,
Yeah. Let's take a deep breath.
and then the internet should start working again.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. IMP Biscuit is right here.
Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you might not be able to hear us.
I can't hear anything at all. That.
The look on your face looks like you can't hear anything at all.
But like
The
nobody.
girl that was with them, the
You
girl
guys are
said we
frozen.
were just
I
yelling at each
can't.
other. And someone
Can you
called
hear
us
me at all?
and
Yes or
away.
no?
Yeah, I don't think we're moving. We're froze, right?
Starting to unfreeze. We shouldn't be. We should be kind of dandy. I like it. You look very stoic.
Oh.
Well, let's hold there for a moment. Let's reestablish the connection. You want to call us back, Justin? Can you hear us? Hello? Let's disconnect and recall. J-Ho. I need J-Ho.
Get themselves Iron Skillet. I haven't seen the Iron Skillet van in a long time.
I miss the Iron Skillet van. I like when
Yeah.
they must have worked at the rental center because it was always parked at the top of the hill. I know.
He says he can't get
Justin's
can't get
out.
reconnected.
Justin
We're
just said-
restarting.
Justin
Tell them
says
we're
I'm done.
restarting.
Just get me on the 17th.
That works.
What are you doing over there?
Iron Sheik's still
So
wrestling.
we're going
right?
to try to do this without Justin then for the rest of the party?
That's correct.
If I'd have known it was going to be that kind of party.
Didn't you say he was out? You need ice. You want to finish that or you want me to talk?
He would. I think he froze it on purpose so he could go
I think it
and
was-
goof around.
I think you're right.
He's probably out having a good time playing Lego
Millboard- he's playing
Star
Millboard.
Wars. It's a French auto race card game.
I used to be fluent in French.
Do you know Crabbe?
No.
Most of my French is based upon the Millboard.
Alright, let's see.
What's that?
It's a crazy cuckoo clock.
I did
Yeah.
want to mention, because it's been bugging me for about a week.
Uh-oh.
2 Live Crew. So you tell me that you can order miso soup. That it's there, that it's on the menu. That you just go, what soups do you have? And they say miso, and you just start chickling. You just start chuckling.
long time.
Who would think?
About Tiki Thai Maine.
Oh, did he bring us back?
Tiki Thai.
I'm back.
I don't think he's
Hey! Hey! There you are.
What in the world happened?
Then we got refills. And
Last thing you said was, I'm kind of partial to station to station,
was
then you
it.
froze for 20 minutes.
yeah.
So you guys editing?
Jack
This
said
is a
he's
good
going
spot
to...
probably to edit Jack, I would say.
Yeah, that'll be an easy cut.
that's
That bunch. Although we did talk about Luther Campbell's impact on
Chinese
on
menus.
Oriental food ordering. So that
Miso
should
soupy.
go unnoticed.
That's gold.
I used to say the same thing about Soupy Sales.
Soupy sales.
A West Virginian.
Is he?
His sons
Oh, we
were in a
had-
band with Bowie. His sons were in a tin machine.
Oh, yeah?
That's right.
Alright, so we
Okay,
left off.
well you needed to give us your overall wrap
Yes,
up.
your
You were in your wrap up when you froze up and auto tuned us.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, here, I'll do it again. I'd probably give Ziggy a 10 also, and Station to Station a strong 9. Hunky Dory is my favorite Bowie album, so well done, C. Dizzy.
Thank you. Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you.
What's the first Bowie album you bought on your own, if any?
Let's Dance.
Me too. There you go, me too.
So with my dad, like, there was not much Bowie listening. As you got your Mountain Tuesday on this week, Jack, you understand that it was more Mountain than Bowie in the Howe household.
I would
You
say
know,
that
it
was the
very-
most Mountain I've listened to since I saw a Leslie West concert because I happened to be working it. The
So, yeah,
highlight of that
I'd say
show
Let's
was
Dance
Leslie
is the
West
first thing I'd
fighting
pop
with
up.
John Kay about who was going to go on last and who was washed up more.
It was those two headliners?
No, there were like 7 bands.
Steppenwolf from Mountain, who was more washed up.
Did they accuse the other one, or did they say, no, I'm more washed up than
No,
you?
there was no humility.
I think me, Scott, and Boyd. Was it? I think it was like Three Dog Night, and who else was it? Boyd. Who did we see that time?
Leslie West and John Kay.
This was
Edgar Winter. I think Edgar Winter was
A
there.
free show?
It was like one of those traveling '70s shows. It was terrible too.
I
It was
guarantee
up at
you,
Star
the
Wars.
other 2 of the dogs were there.
It was Three Dog Night, but only 2 of them showed up. I think.
That was to find the
Syphilis
pervert. Everyone else
so
was in jail.
bad. He's not allowed within 10 feet of anybody. He's quarantined. He's got syphilis. It will just jump on you.
He's got
Wiener
syphilis.
exploded. He was on Stern saying his wiener exploded because he got so many diseases that it split him. What did it look like? It looked like a hot dog in a microwave. It just started to split open.
He's got
Wiener
syphilis.
exploded.
All right, we got 2 more reviews to kick. I like Hunky Dory. I've always liked it, but the thing I like about it is you can hear the skeleton of almost every Bowie song that went on from that point. You can even hear it build in some of the songs where it starts off where here's my idea, and then you can hear it come out of him during it. I really can't stand the beginning of Quicksand, but I like the middle so much, I put up with the beginning and won't skip it just because I want to hear it again.
The payoff and structure of that song is fantastic. I mean, Quicksand's like the needle in the haystack on that album.
There's like 1:30, and I'm going, man, this isn't doing it for me. And then he finally pulls it out. He uncovers the good stuff. You know, he lets me in the back room. And I think he knew
Yeah.
it. I think he just put this garbage up front.
We'll see who sticks it out.
If you're going to ride this out, you're going to get a big reward here at the end. Kooks, I've always thought sounded like a failed sitcom theme song. I see two British guys walking around juggling and punching each other in the arm.
He's got
And they're
syphilis.
both in the
You picture like
unemployment
Tom
queue or
Hanks and
something.
Peter Scalera or
Yeah,
something like
this would
that.
be like a 1960s bosom buddies in Britain. And the BBC said, you know what? No. I always forgot how into a saxophone he was and how important it was for structuring his songs until you listen to this album.
Yep.
And then when you listen to some of his other songs, you can say, man, he you know, the guy, I mean, it's cool how
Phil Your Heart
it
has
fits into
a
the
really
left
sexy
hand.
sax on it in the middle, man.
So it sounds good. I would give it, I don't like Kooks. And then it didn't end on a high note for me. The boys, the Bellway boys or whatever, but I would say that is like an 8.5 vinyl boners. That would be my highest boner ratio to vinyl so far.
Before Dave gets started, I do have to say, one of my favorite Dave quotes that I always attributed to Dave was he told me sometime in the mid-'80s, the thing you got to know about Bowie, you got to take his album, throw half the songs in the garbage can, and then you're left with some really good songs.
I always thought that for every good song Bowie had, he has about 10 bad ones.
Hunky Dory, you can almost hear that there's a linchpin in almost every song, except for Kooks. Everything connects. Everything could have been one big song, except for that failed sitcom theme.
But think of it like from a vinyl, it's ending the first side and everything. It's kind of like, what comes to mind is Houses of the Holy, like with the grunge. You guys know House of the Holy, Led Zeppelin, right?
No, never heard.
Like a lot of those bands, like the end of that first
It's like the
side,
curtain
always had
closing
some
down for
really
the
strange
flip
tune there, man.
It's two halves as opposed to.
And that's
When you
Kooks.
think of
I didn't probably like it as much as you did, but it made me realize how much I liked Ziggy Stardust. And to me, like I could see this like as a musical, song to song. It like tells a story. It really is like a musical. And I kind of think that this was kind of like a blueprint towards Ziggy Stardust. And that's pretty much my whole
Short and sweet.
I mean, Changes
You got no
is great,
notes
of
this
course.
week on it, though.
I'm not putting it down. I mean, Changes is great, and of course, and All You Pretty Things. Like everyone has already said, it starts off great, and it just kind of slips off.
what about Kooks?
Not a
That
big
sitcom
thing.
Yeah,
thing.
you-
It does sound like a sitcom thing.
It was. It's for Perfect Strangers.
Where do you put Life on Mars at then?
No, that's I like Life on Mars. Like Life on Mars, you know, like the same way like the whole album moves through. Like that song kind of has its own narrative. You can say that.
I
about
think on
any
any other album, that would have been the top song on it, probably.
Focus now.
I don't know, that's just me. I think Life on Mars and Heroes are the two best things he's.
The Vinyl Boner song is being played in offices around Pittsburgh
That
on
is the
Sunday
final
afternoon.
countdown theme.
It's already got some
catching
airplay.
up. Well, what do we got? How many do you end with, Dave? Give us a number.
8.
8.
8.
And you hate it, and
I
you
didn't
give it
say
an 8.
hate. I never said hate.
Chris, you're the host. You have to pick a listening
Take it
booster.
back into the imaginary
I gotta
state.
put Dave in the listening booth.
Because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
He didn't respect
Yeah.
your childhood
He
memory.
did not. He pissed all
Yeah.
over my childhood. So.
That'll do it. That'll get you in the booth.
Dave, you're in the booth.
I think Dave should have to listen to Kooks 20 times over.
I think
He's got
Weird.
syphilis. I'm good the 17th. I can do 2 weeks. We should have the theme song by the 17th, too.
Sweet.
I'm anticipating the theme
that's
song
the
by the
weekend
fucking
of
Wednesday,
Pittsburgh
man.
Con or whatever.
I'm
Well, so
putting
is
it
that replacements one going to be out? What do you think? You got 6 more minutes to cut out.
in. I've got, 20? I had 30. The 28 cut out of it already, so I'll find another 6. And then people can be upset if their favorite quote got cut out.
Can I just give you a list now of favorite quotes? Make sure.
All of yours made it. All yours, pure gold, John. Nothing got cut.
Pure gold.
That'll be up. It'll probably be on the YouTube, and because I still don't know how to share it on my Google pages or whatnot, so I'll figure it out eventually how to do this the right way. It'll be up somewhere.
We're filming this for an MTV concert. Woo!
I just want
So we can get
it.
jobs on.
Yeah.
We're gonna try. Yeah, I think if they are free, I mean, You know what? It'll be like, we need a British guy on the show. Maybe we'll get Chops to chop down Dave's album in here in 2 weeks and see what he's got.
It'll be like 10 o'clock at night for him.
No, they're about 5 hours.
They're
5 hours.
They're 5 hours. So it'd be 5 hours ahead.
5 for Fridays, like they would do like top 5s.
All right, we're out.
Final countdown!